learners writing in the comments. Thank you so much, everybody. Here we are for discussing multiple things, of course. It's your ultimate destination where we don't talk about English, we talk in English. And today we all have tuned in for episode number 6. See, you've already covered 5 with topics for tutors at EnglishYaari. So now that we are here for episode number 6, I want to feel your excitement. I want to see what kind of energy you have. So drop your energy in the chat box so that we can kick this session off. And I'm sure you're going to have yes, yes, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun in the session today. Yes, please make sure you post all your questions in the chat box. We'll be taking up all at one time. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yes. So, like every episode, we bring one expert voice from our English Yaari family. And today we are honored to have someone who's truly special because he's not just a language trainer but also a certified IDP certified coach who has conducted 100,000, 2,000, not really, more than 5,000 sessions with English Yaari. So today you'll be talking to him. Yes. I see Talk with Inspire, Learning Lighthouse. Thank you so much. Just let me know in the comment section what you expect from today's session. We are not going to tell you what we hold today, but you can just guess. So please join me in warmly welcoming our guest of honor, guest of evening today, tutor Harshdeep Singh. Good evening, Harshdeep.
Very good evening, Shruti, and very good evening to all the pals who are watching us below. I hope they are very excited for the class. Are they? Hello, guys. I hope I am audible and visible to you perfectly. If I am, please let me know in the comment box.
Okay,
Okay,
I see a learner writing that I have a class with Sir tomorrow. Wow. So we
that's
have got
really
some of
great.
your learners.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yes, exactly. So now, Tutor Harshdeep, tell me, what do you bring on the table today? What can learners expect? Because one thing I can guarantee to all our learners, one thing I can promise is that this session is going to be packed with a lot of energy, clarity, or fun because Harshdeep has a different way of teaching. He does not teach you through grammatical rules or sentences. He actually follows different formats. Some of them are his own creations. So you would hear some things from him. And I'm confident today we'll not leave any questions from your end. So feel free to write the questions. But here I have a small request. And Harshdeep, tell me if this request is valid. I don't want them to ask questions like, how do I become fluent in English? Or what should I do in order to be better at English? Because that is the end goal. They every time focus on the problem, not towards the solution. If you know the end goal, you must at least divide those into small tasks, some small achievable task, right? So if
That
we
is
get any
perfect
question,
what
we
you're
are not
sharing.
going to take. Yeah,
Perfect, perfect. No issue with that, but
valid.
we'll take some questions also. And before
Yes,
closing the session, we'll take some question to give them a clarity about it. But initially, we are
true.
going to talk about why they are here. But before we start the session, I want to check the energy in the chat box. So, guys, how's the
Sure.
Josh? If you're really excited for the session, I would like to see some fire emojis in the chat box. If you're really excited, put some fire emojis. Then we can start the session. Let me see how many of you are excited for today's class. Are you guys excited? Let me see some of the comments of yours. I can't see any
I
fire
see them,
emojis.
but
Please
I
share
can
it,
see
guys.
some
What's
love
happening?
emojis.
Oh,
Yeah.
love emojis are coming up. That's really great. So,
Yes.
okay, perfect, 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 guys. Do tell me, like, from where you all are connecting with us today over here. Are you connecting for Jammu, Kashmir, or connecting us from Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Mumbai? From where are you connecting us? Let me know. Oh, I can
Okay,
see some
now
of
the
the
chat is flooded.
like
Yes.
perfect, perfect, perfect. Nishara has sent it. Manju multiple. Perfect. So, guys, please share your comments in the chat and let me know. Are you all excited for the today's session? If you're excited, write it in the chat box. Okay, English booster is from Uttar Pradesh. Perfect. Ludhiana. Vansh is from Ludhiana. That's really nice. Hi, sir. Very good, honey. You are really excited for today's class. Pakistan. Amazing. So, guys, do let me know, what is the one thing which scares you from the English? Is there anything which scares you, like hesitation, or if you go outside speaking with public, you feel, oh my god, this person is really speaking fluently. What he is going to think about me? What is the one thing which is holding you back from speaking in the public or speaking in an official scenario? Let me know. Let's see what type of problems you're facing. Very good. Bangladesh, Bangalore. Amazing. So multiple
Yes,
people coming from
I'm
multiple
here to
places.
see a lot of people writing Chandigarh, Bangladesh, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Jamshedpur, Ludhiana. Wow, amazing. Yes. And I'm sure now you can see fire emojis. So they are giving us this signal. Please start the session. We can't really wait.
Definitely, definitely. But before we start the session, I would like to ask them, like, exactly what are they feeling? Shruti, what do you feel? What type of questions do learner face? Like whenever they are going to meet any kind of examiner or they're going to meet any kind of new person, what kind of question they can expect from the next person? Do you have any idea what kind of question they can get if they're
Wow,
meeting
the
any of the
tables
first
have
time?
turned today. All right, no worries. We get different kind of people, and I cannot just give one single answer to this question because everyone has different things and different emotions. Some of them are always nervous, some are underconfident, some feel that the person who is next to me is superior, so they have this inferiority complex. A lot of them feel I've not talked to anybody in English, I've not worked on my language, so I'm surely going to do something or I'm going to look dumb or stupid. So there are multiple reasons why people have this fear of not being able to speak confidently. That's what I feel. What's your take on this?
That's a really good point which you have shared over here, and I personally also feel the same. There are few things are there where students feel whenever they're meeting a next person, whenever the person asks them the question, half of the them to think how to start, where to end, what to add. This is a major struggle which students face, not just the students, even the working professional. When they go for the interviews, for example, interviewers ask them, okay, tell me about your past experience, how you handled that XYZ problem. Now, whole of the time they will be thinking, yes, I have solved that problem. But what I have done over there, how can I put it in the words? Because they are lacking with the sentence formation. What do you feel about
True.
it?
Mm-hmm. Could not agree more. And I think you are the one who every day meets so many learners on the platform. Why don't you share the anecdotes from your sessions?
Exactly. There are multiple things are there which student face. But this is one of the common problem which I have seen in not just the person who are here for the business English. If they're looking for the public speaking day-to-day talk or they're looking for IELTS, anything, they don't have the structures in their mind, what to follow. And most of them are really confused with the grammar. What to follow in the grammar? Is the grammar really important? But my simple answer for it, yes, grammar is important, but at least know the basic rules of grammar. Not really deep diving into the grammar, focusing more on our expression. How we're going to talk with the person. If I'm a person who is really low in the confidence, not smiling at all, let me give you one example, guys. I'll act like a person who is very nervous and like you, and you will judge me whether this person feels really excited or not. Hello, guys. I hope you are really excited for the class today. My name is Harshdeep, and I'm going to take your session. Now, what do you feel? Is this Harshdeep showing any energy into it? Are you going to have really any kind of excitement with this person? I
Not
think
really.
perfect.
Not at
So this is the main thing which I'm trying to tell you guys. The way you articulate yourself in front of anyone, no matter how bad the other person faces with whom you're going to talk about. Let's suppose if you're talking with your principal or your teacher, even though they are really angry, they are not having any smiley face. Just you should smile. You should keep a gentle smile in your face while talking with them. Because a simple smile can change the tables. And that other person was not having a good day, still they would also
all.
smile at you and they would give you a really polite reply. What do you feel about it, Shruti?
Truly, I was just having my eye on the chat box. There's a learner by the name Prabhakar Puri, and the person said that how can somebody raise their personality and be a gentleman in terms of language? Quite an interesting question, I feel, because now that you've raised the situation where you're talking about articulation, where how somebody speak also reflect a lot about their personality, what they feel, how they think, all those things. So especially with males, now that I'm talking to a male, let me portray it directly. Many times we see them with straight face, right? Or
Correct.
when they speak, there's no modulation, this constant pitch, no excitement. How can somebody elevate, irrespective of the gender? How can somebody be good at speaking or showing off? Means, till date, when I talk to others, when I am in meetings, I do feel jitterness, I do have bit of nervousness, but I know how to fake it. I will have nervousness, I would not let others feel it. So what is the secret mantra of actually raising the standard?
You have raised a really important question, which most of the learners they have in their mind also. How they can elevate
True.
their English. And for that reason only you and I are here today to tell them.
For sure.
So should we spill the beans over here or should we tell it a bit
Definitely.
later? I think
Let's get into
let me
it.
see the learner from learners. Learners, do you really want to know the answer of this? Let me know. If you really want to know the answer, write in the chat box.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
I can see
Write
some of
it
the people
down.
writing yes. Very good. So
Truly.
guys, let me tell you a simple funda on this. Whenever you're going for any presentation, any meeting, simple one thought you have to keep in the mind. Other person is the most dumbest one. He or she don't know anything. If you would ever feel that other person is very superior than you, he's going to judge you. Definitely, this problem would surely come. But if you keep in your mind that person doesn't know anything, he's a normal person. I'm far better than that person. You would gain that energy in yourself. You'd have that aura. Yeah, I can show myself positively anywhere. But with this, you have to put some smart strategies in your mind. Whenever you're going, starting the pitch with a gentle voice. Hi, hello, thank you for joining us today, whatever you're going for. Second, always understand what is the main purpose. Why are you speaking over there? If you would have the right goal for which purpose you're going to speak, whether the purpose is for excitement, sadness, angriness, what is the scenario? Based on that, your tone would be going to change. For example, today I am here with you all. I am really excited. That you can also notice in my pitch, in my face. Same thing. Whenever you're going to go anywhere, you have to keep in the mind what is the exact scenario. Am I going to talk about some bad news or some good news or some shock news? Based on that, we have to change our tone. For that, there's a very best exercise I will tell you. Extremely best
Sure.
exercise. Probably
Okay.
most of you will go to your childhood. How many of you love to watch cartoons? Let me know in the comments. How many of you love to watch cartoons and what's your favorite cartoon? I want to
Oh
see.
wow.
So, Shruti, what's your favorite cartoon, by the way?
I was not into cartoons. People would be shocked to hear that, but seriously, I was not into cartoons.
Oh my god, that's a really strange thing to hear. Like,
Literally, it
really?
is. It is strange. Definitely. Means back then, if I have a faded memory for that, I could watch Tom and Jerry. So it was like a silent show, nothing, nobody's speaking, they're just enacting. And the second thing was, I enjoyed going out more than coming or sitting or watching anything. So my was like, I want to play. I can play with my toys. Screen time, no, but yes, Tom and Jerry is what I can remember on the top of my head. What was yours?
My favorite cartoon was at that time Peppa Pig, which I
Uh-huh.
watched a lot. Peppa Pig, and second one
Okay.
was the Postman Pat. These two cartoons were there, which I watched a lot. And if my memory serves me well, I think there was one more cartoon. Probably you have also watched it. Popeye the Sailor Man. How
Popeye
many
the
of you watched that?
Sailor. Yes,
Do
yes.
you remember that
The
cartoon,
chat is
Popeye?
flooded. Yes. And just knowledge says, I still love cartoons. Okay. Honeycore says the same. I love to watch cartoons. Now they've started listing. Okay, thank you, English Booster, saying I'm not also in cartoons. Thank you for helping me out. Mr. Bean, Mickey, and Donut is what some people are saying. Okay. Meanwhile, they are writing their questions. I want to ask you why you took us to our childhood and you talked about cartoons. What's the secret behind?
Well, why I've taken everyone to the childhood memories? Because during our childhood, we were having that happiness nature. We were like happy all the time. Right now, we have a lot of tensions in our mind. Some would be probably having for their study. Some would be having the tension how to grow in the career, how to improve the language, how to grow the salary. This is the one thing which holds a person from growing really. If a person wants to grow, They have to bring that childhood in them again, where when they were curious to learn the new things, they were not rigid to, okay, let's do this thing only. They're curious to experiment multiple things. And here, cartoons are the one which guys going to help you to learn the facial expression, energy levels. But one thing, never watch cartoons in the native language. Whatever your native language is, don't watch the cartoons on that. And whichever cartoon you're watching, make sure to select the type of cartoon which is meant for the kids initially. After that, go for the movies and all. But Shruti, probably you have also noticed many people say to the audience that go and watch the BBC, go and watch the news, listen to the news, you'll be able to learn and speak English. Do you really feel that can help anyone? What's your
I
opinion
feel
on that?
people can always be selective. What works well for them, right? Till date, when I'm more into, yes, I want to know, I want to keep myself updated with what's happening around the world, around the globe. So I can read, but I don't like listening to news or anchors even. Right. So for me, what works the best is reading. So I always say this to people that find your perfect suit. If you enjoy cartoons, yes, you can watch cartoons in native language. You enjoy movies, you can do that. Don't forcefully let yourself be into a process which you do not enjoy. As you said, that happiness should be there whenever you do anything, isn't
Now,
it?
here my point of view over here for this
Please
question,
go ahead.
that if a person who is already a beginner, who has just started his English journey, or let's suppose a person who is an intermediate person, and he is really not well with the listening the foreign accents, so for him it would be a tough nut to crack. He or she
Absolutely.
would struggle a lot how to what they're speaking. They would take the help of the subtitles. Okay, subtitles, what is written, this. They would read the subtitles throughout the movie. That is a one thing. They should go with some easy language initially. When they are good with the initial easy language, they are getting expressive, they should upgrade the language to the further thing. For example, later they can go to the cartoon movies, they can turn it to the English movies which are meant for the kids. Why I'm taking kids over here specifically? Because the type of vocabulary, sentence formation which is used in that movie or cartoon meant for the kids, whether when
True.
that kids can easily understand, and movies they are meant for the adults. And if a kid who really wants to learn the English, because at EnglishYaari we have a lot of kids also who join the platform, adults also join the platform. So for the
Absolutely.
kids, they can also do this. And for the adults who feel that their English is not really good and they want to start from the scratch, they can go and apply this trick. Only for
Okay.
5 minutes they have to watch English cartoon, not for 30 minutes or 20 minutes. Just 5 to 10 minutes. But
Okay.
whenever they're listening 5 to 10 minutes, they have to put high attention towards it, understanding how the actor, they're increasing and decreasing the pitch of the volume. Then they have to take one short activity. For example, they have to narrate their whole day in front of the mirror. Supposing that in front of the mirror, another person listening to him, the full of emotion. What I tell you today, buddy, there was a really tough day. My boss, she was really tough and she has given me a lot of work. But I was very happy that at least I got a really good food to eat after the office work. Like this way, express yourself in front of the mirror, thinking that you're talking with the other person, the way we speak in Hindi or any other language, Punjabi, any language you speak in. Similar way, try to do it in English. And I can surely say, if you do this activity for at least 15 to 20 days, you will start seeing the result. Because I've practically implemented all my multiple learners, not just one, 2,000, around
Okay.
5,000, 6,000 learners have tried implementing the strategies on them. And they have seen a really great results. Hardly there would be
So what
one or
you're
two.
trying to say is that, I'm so sorry to cut you down. Please go
No,
ahead.
no problem, no problem, no problem. You can continue.
No, I was just trying to summarize what you just said, that whenever you are in this journey, whenever you are willing to improve, so go through some things at a time. You can go with short cartoons or movies which are meant for kids so that you better understand. Just don't leave there for good 30-40 minutes. Just for 5 minutes, watch it and then record yourself as well. Speaking the same, or maybe speaking your routine out so that it's easy for you to get in touch or just absorb what you just read. Right?
Exactly.
So That's what I just saw one question, and I want you to answer this up. Okay. Somebody asked that what is the difference between conversational English and business English? Let's get into the basics right today.
So, folks, if you really want to understand business English and casual English, you'll not be going to use any kind of professional vocabulary. For example, hey, sorry for that. Now, many people say sorry for that. But when you talk about professionally, I apologize for it. And I would make sure that this thing would not happen again. Where in the professional English, we are going to use the better vocabulary. Second, we are going to use the models into it, and
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to use just the basic sentence. For example, if I have to explain you one concept, I'll explain it two way. You have to tell me
Okay.
which one is sounding good. First one,
Mm-hmm.
hi. So today we are going to talk about XYZ topic, and this XYZ topic is from XYZ book where we are going to learn XY. First,
Okay.
this one. Now let's go with the second one. Hi
Sure.
everyone, thank you for joining this meeting today. Today we all are gathered over here to discuss about one of the important topic. So let me break it down for you. What we are going to learn in this video. First, second, third. So as you can see guys, when we are dividing the two three categories, that is the main thing where we are going to learn the how to business English work. If the business English, if you're going in, you should have a proper structure in your mind. What kind of vocabulary you're going to use it. I hope you're getting the point. Are you all getting? Let me know in the chat box.
Absolutely, we are getting the
I
point. We
hope
are trying to understand, and I'm sure they are able to. See, one thing is, if I could tell you a bit about business English, this is more polite, more professional, where whatever you're feeling, you can't just express at workplace. Imagine Harshdeep is my boss and I'm really mad at him. Deep inside, I feel that he's the worst boss. Sorry, Harshdeep, just giving you example. Just using as a prop. So now I cannot say that, hey, you are a bad boss or something. I'm saying, would you mind if I leave early today? So just be polite. So this language is a language where you beautify your sentences and try to speak not exactly what you're feeling. You have a control over your emotions and portray in a different way. Am I right?
exactly. This
Okay,
is the one thing.
amazing. Super.
Is it
We talked about different things. We started with voice modulation. We talked how important having a smile on face is. I did tell people that world is flooded with so many problems. You just smile and laugh it off. So yes, that's what we covered. Then we took our learners towards basic understanding of how they can start watching some cartoons, speaking in English, and that's what. Now that we have discussed so much, I want to take the session towards you a bit, putting you on spotlight. When I got to know about your story, you've had an interesting background. You started earning or you started working right after your grade 12. Right. Now I want to know from you, Harshdeep, that how ability to speak in English helped you in getting the job, initial jobs, if you could tell.
well, I would say you guys, if you're confident enough and with a good voice modulation and facial expression, if your body language is confident you're sounding, whatever your grammar is, if your grammar is basic also, easily you will be able to crack any job. How I cracked it, you will not believe I was underage when I started working. And I got a job at that time being underage. Why? Due to my communication skill. If you would have a great communication skill, wherever you want to go, you can go and just ask if you have any part time. I would like to have this and that. Show yourself over there in English that you can do something productive for that organization. This is how I got my job, Shruti, for the first time.
So it was communication and confidence, right? Okay.
And
A
one more
lot of
thing is
our
matters a
learners,
lot.
yeah,
One more thing
please.
matters a lot if you're going anywhere. Dress well. If you're dressing well, surely you're going to have the positive side. If you are wearing just a normal t-shirt and slipper, you're going, definitely the other person will not give a lot of importance to you. So make sure dress well wherever you're going. What do
Yes.
you feel about it?
Confidence
Dressing
is
well matters.
exactly, yeah, confidence is a mindset. It's not a skill that, okay, the way you speak would give you confidence. It is a compilation of a lot of things. One, you said the way you dress. The second, the way you look, the way you speak, also the way you think about yourself. A lot of learners till date say something or the other. I can't speak in English. English is really tough. So they are just mounting up on the things which are negative. What we believe in, start acting upon things, and automatically you'll get along with the confidence, with clarity. That's what. Right. So when you talk to our learners, you see a lot of them, they come with low self-esteem. So I'm not able to crack interviews. I have my interview maybe next month or so. What would I do? What if I don't get a job? So how do you counsel them? How do you start working on these learners?
Well, that's a really good thing you've asked to me because most of the learners they have the same doubt. My interview is around the corner. How should I start preparing for it? I give one simple suggestion. First, go through with the job description. Exactly
Okay.
what things you mentioned over there. Like, do you have that kind of skill set with you? If you have, I ask them, show me your resume. Because based on your resume, we can easily mold the answer with. For example, if a person who is working in the IT sector
Mm-hmm.
and they want to go for any job, XYZ job we are taking over here, and he's not having that same skill set which is written on the JD. Now, here, high chances are there rejection. But if in the
Obviously.
JD, the things are matching with the resume, definitely his resume can also get shortlisted. Second thing, he can also have the better chance to appear for the interview. In the interview, there are three, four rounds are there, which are basic, everyone know. That is a general HR round. Hi, what's your name? Where are you from? What you have done previous company? Why are you leaving previous? That's a general question. Nowadays, most of the HRs they don't ask also that one. So HRs nowadays
Absolutely.
are quite
You've beautifully pointed that out. I till date see a lot of people, they go on Google or ChatGPT, that some of the common question asked in interviews. I tell them, hey, now if you are trying to be smart, the person sitting next to you is even smarter. So don't try to just remember these sentences. Now people have flipped the question. They don't ask you such questions anymore, isn't it?
exactly. And this is the one thing. Like I remember one learner when he joined the EnglishYaari, he said to me, "Sir, I prepared around 3 months by myself for the interview. I did all the activities. I went to Google. I searched over there what type of questions are there. I took the help of the chat GPT also. But when I sat for the interview asked me totally different question, which I never heard about it. He asked me like how you manage that thing. If I'll give you the situation, how you can deal with that. And to be honest, I was not having any idea what to speak over it because whatever I learned through the chat GPT and Google,
Nothing came.
everything was totally different over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Then I
I
got
do see learners writing the same as well. Yes. So, what do you tell such learners?
well, for the such learners, there is one thing which they can focus on, always
Mm.
understanding the format of the interview. Because many learners they are still confused what type of formulas they are going to implement. So I'm going to share with you
Okay.
guys two formula. If you would practice that, easily you can crack 20 to 40% of the question with that. So
Oh,
should we tell
wow.
them?
Surely, let's see if they can get some cheat sheet. Around 45 plus learners have joined us live. I request all of you to like this live stream. And if you feel that you are getting benefited out of it, don't forget to share with your family members or any of your friends who might need this, because we are talking about the skill which can help you land into better job opportunities and help you upskill in your career. So please be all yours, and let's see what the format are. What are those two formulas, please?
All right. So starting with some first formula. Whenever interviewer is going to ask you any question based on your past experience, that how you have done, what was the situation, how you can handle. There's easy formula. We call it STAR. Yes, you heard it right.
Yes.
STAR. STAR. Now probably students over would be thinking that stars which are there in the sky. What do you feel?
Mm,
Are they?
well, this is different.
No problem, guys. But this star is a quite different one, not the one which we see at night in the sky. This star
Absolutely.
stands for S stands for our situation. Correct, you heard it right. Situation. T task. A action. R result. I'm repeating it again. If you want to write it, you may write it in the chat box. For the other learners also they can see.
Yes,
S
Harshdeep, you would be shocked. One learner has written that I have my interview tomorrow. Okay, please. Now this session is going to be really helpful for you. Thanks for joining, by the way. Let's go ahead. So, you were telling about STAR method. How can we implement by giving any example if you could just demonstrate?
right. Surely I will give you one example. Let's see if the interviewer asks me about, okay, so tell me how you deal the students when they are in the large group and they're not listening to you.
Okay.
Here, I can talk about one situation. What happened back in my past? After that, what was a task I have done over there? Then, actions which I have taken. After that, what was the outcome of it and what I have learned through that, which I can put in my future job, whichever I'm going for. This would give
Yes.
the your interviewer an understanding that yes, this
Hmm.
person knows how to tackle that problem. He has a different mindset. He didn't learn anything from the internet. He has his own perspective over the problem, which he or she can show. So
Yes,
always
till date
introspect.
when yeah, till date when I sit to have people whenever we are into a hunt of better talent for English Shari family, one thing is clear in our head. We don't want to hear people who come with repeated questions. Ma'am, I'm hardworking. I think I'm very good at this. I'm good at that. We want to see how better you can react to a situation, or whether you are a problem centric person or a solution centric person. So the start method that you stated is wonderful, because here you're not just telling them verbally, you are actually stating at every point a practical response, that okay, this happened, that's how I reacted, this is the end result and what I gained from it. So you've introspected in all the levels. That's true. And how can they practice this star method, Harshdeep, as you gave one
That's
of
a
the examples?
that's a very easy thing. First of all, nowadays we have all the AI methods. In the AI, they can give them the basic understanding of the question, but that question they should not write fully. They should also look for the company exactly that company is dealing with, because many students they go for the interview blindly. They don't know any background of the company, what the company is dealing in, and where they lack, and they don't know what's happening in the company, how you can give the benefit, how you can add benefit to the company. Company is not going to hire you. That simple thing, because there are multiple people are there who are in the market struggling for the job. Why they're not getting the job? Reason being they don't know about the exact what the company is dealing in. Second, they don't know how to sell themselves over there. Because assume guys, you are selling yourself over there. Till the time you will not show that you have some skill set which you can sell. People are not going to take you. Otherwise, they will take you for the granted. Oh, this person don't know anything. Let it. Put it him on the hold. Put it on hold, and I will hire someone. If I not get anyone, then I'll call him. Well, this thing happens with many learners. They get on
True,
hold.
they put them on hold. Exactly, that happens with a lot more, and then learners are struggling. Why am I not getting something? Why I'm still on hold? Yes, this is quite a common problem which we have seen in learners. And what you're trying to say is that a person must research about the organization, what organization is looking for. And nowadays, if you are getting, you're searching jobs from top handles like LinkedIn, Indeed, and Naukri, you would see while writing the JD, they also write the qualities they are looking forward to. Right. So you can just get some of the words from it and try speaking. Your HR is going to get impressed. Oh, wow, this person is using exactly the words I wished for. So, yes, they can surely get benefited out of it. So, as you get a lot of interview preparation learners on English Shari, what is your go to approach for them? Let's suppose they join you for around 1 or 2 months. How do you build the foundation so that they are ready for their interview day?
See, initially for 1 to 3 days, I try to analyze them by asking them different sort of question, putting them in different type of scenarios, how they can think about it.
Mm-hmm.
After that, from day 3 or day 4, I start formulas. What type of formulas are there which we implement for what kind of question? And guys, there are 4 to 5 different kind of formula which might change as per the JD changes, because it depends on the JD also, which role you're going for. And over there we change the formula. Then I'll be giving an overview about the formula, what we are going to continue for the future session. Then I continue with some formula sets. We do practice in the class itself. I give them some as a homework, which they show me by the next session. We continue this for at least 10 days, 10 to 15 days we continue. After that, we start with a full on mock interview where
Very important.
I'm not going to give them any kind of suggestion. I'll act like a interviewer who is not smiling at all, extremely serious about it, where they
Okay.
have pressure, where they should know also how the pressure feels like. And not just one, I also change my perspective. I would be like a interviewer who is really curious to know about it. I would be like an interviewer. Sometimes I act like who knows everything, but I want you to answer that in a different perspective. So I change myself in different kind of interviewer style. So when they go for the real
Okay.
interview, they can better know, okay, interview can be of any type, not just like the Harshdeep who was very friendly during the session when he was teaching me. So they should be aware
True.
about all different kind of scenarios.
Yeah. And this also, I would like to tell that when you sign up for interview preparation, we have a separate notes for that. That okay, you should be focusing on what exactly is covered, what skill set you require. And tutors like Harshdeep, I ask this question so that you get this clear. Every learner has a different idea. Maybe I want to be fluent in English for my job. I want to speak better at my workplace. I want to speak for cracking the interview. So the session changes. The teacher also mold themselves based upon your goals. So it's not about what I will teach, it's about what you want to learn, isn't it?
Right. At EnglishYaari, this is the best thing where students are going to have. Over here, teacher not having specific curriculum that we are rigid to teach you this only. If you're looking for any skill set, you can join the class and you can tell your educator that hi educator, and yesterday I've taken a session from XYZ person, but today I want to work on my XYZ skill. That
Mm-hmm.
educator with whoever you're going to take the session with, that person will help you with that particular category. They will not be saying, no, I will teach you this XYZ method only, not I will teach you that. That's the one advantage you're going to have at English Shari. Here, educators are also free to teach you whatever you want, plus they would teach you the quality content, unlike just normal speaking which you're going to have with the pals.
Yes, I see a lot of learners writing different things. Manjeet Singh says situation, task, action, reaction. Okay, you are somewhere right. R is not for reaction. Actually, it's about the result. Am I right, Harshdeep?
Correct.
Okay, all right. Meanwhile, we have Faisal writing that. Okay, Honeycore also. Okay, a lot of learners are writing. Let me just be here. I want to ask one more thing, actually. That
Mhm.
many times when we see that, okay, how our tutors are taking sessions, we have seen you as well. Even if the learner is saying something incorrect, you let them speak and you try to appreciate their efforts. How important appreciation is in life? How does it actually help the learners? In every session you're motivating them, you're telling them, I know
Definitely.
they're making mistakes. How actually it helps, how it works?
Well, I would like to take everyone to the childhood again. When you learn
Okay.
the first time speaking, 100% we were not speaking correctly, but how our parents they motivated us that hey, you're right, very good, very good. That motivation when it comes from the surrounded people, it also uplifts us. Similar way, whenever you're learning anything from anyone,
Mm-hmm.
that your surrounding, it should never be negative. If your circle is negative, it will hold you back. What do you feel on this, Shruti?
True, it's right. I cannot agree more to it because, as they say, that how you surround yourself with the people defines you what you are going to be because you get influenced a lot by this. This reminded me of a short story, not even story, I would say a real incident. So, nearby my house, there's a place where I just usually go to get some stationery, right, for myself. I still like writing a lot, so sometimes diary, pen, and whatnot. So the lady there who sits at the counter, she has her child. Okay, that girl is in grade 12. So whenever I go to purchase anything from her, she would ask me, Shruti, why don't you guide my daughter? What she should do after grade 12? Counsel her. You've done so much in life. Why don't you do that? So I, for 2 3 days, whenever I went 2 3 times rather, I was just neglecting. I was like, no worries. Once I meet your daughter, I'll surely mentor her. So one day, exactly, I met her. So her daughter was at the shop itself. So I sat there. She said, "Why don't you guide my daughter?" I said, just common thought came into my mind that if you've ever read Bhagavad Gita or if you know a little about Lord Krishna, he could have given the whole lecture to, parts to the person anywhere. Why he gave it in the battlefield? He gave in the battlefield because Arjuna asked the right question in the battlefield. You want me to give you gyan, you want me to give you tips, but when the question is not ready in your head, how can I give you answer? Right? So you just said the same thing. When you come in the session, have your why right. Why you want to improve your English? That's even your first question, Harshdeep. Do you ask this question?
Right. My two questions are there. First, what type of problems they are facing in English, they should know. What type of issues
Okay.
they are having. Second, what type of things they want to improve and what's their major learning goal at the moment which they want to improve in next 30 days. That should be the clear thing.
True. Because see, I can give you lectures, I can mentor you, do this, do that. What if your learning goal is different? You want to speak in English because you want to just have that confidence while you go to market, while you go to a fancy restaurant, you want to order. But I'm teaching you business English. Would that work? Not exactly. So please have your clarity in your head why exactly you need. And many times learners ask such question. I want to be fluent. Now this is quite a big term, like an umbrella term. Everything comes under fluency. So do you get some questions like this from learners? I want to be fluent. I want to be confident. You do?
Definitely. Like this is a very common question and myth also I would say to the student, like what they feel if they are fluent. Fluency is the one thing which will make them perfect speaker in English, which will make them a perfect speaker. They can go anywhere and speak. But it's not. Fluency,
Mm-hmm.
what's the meaning of fluency? It's a rhythm. How we are speaking. Fluency is the rhythm, guys. It's nothing else. If you would
Yes, that's true.
just pay attention on the fluency and not focus on your sentence construction and not focus on how you're speaking, your pronunciation, your vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
your coherence, that is a major thing. Like fluency and coherence is your major thing. Your answer should be coherent enough. Let's suppose I asked you, okay, what do you do in your free time? Now she will say, I am playing games. I am doing that. I went to this place. Will that be correct?
Not
No,
at
it
all.
won't be correct. Because question
Mm-hmm.
was in simple present tense. What do you do in your free time? So at least we should know the basic tenses. That is the one thing which I guide to my students. Basic tenses you should be aware about. Then whatever
Mm-hmm.
situation you're going, one or two grammar error you can do in the article preposition, they are still negligible. But if you're changing the whole tense, that is not
Mm-hmm.
acceptable. What do you feel about it,
True
Shruti?
that. Exactly. Harshdeep, we have spent good 44 minutes, and I can't thank you enough for sharing so many tips and tricks with our learners and practicalities, whether they are for interviews in general life, all is centered towards how strong their reason of learning English is. So, since you have shared so many tips, I thought I should bring a small surprise for you. So, I have somebody waiting in our lobby and I would love to welcome this person. Let's see your reaction on this.
Hello,
Hi Faisal, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Hello, ma'am.
all, all right, to all those who don't know Faisal, let me tell you. So, Harshdeep, I kept it a surprise. I didn't want to tell you this that I'm going to invite Faisal in the session. So, Faisal is
Okay.
one such learner who has completed more than 200 sessions with Harshdeep. He's like his favorite student. Tell me, Faisal, how is Harshdeep as a tutor? How's your experience with him?
When I joined first time in the EnglishYaari app, so that time I was quite confused about to who's a good tutor to give me the right guidance and the mentorship. So that time I thought one of the your colleagues was suggested me about the IELTS related for the practicing. So I choose the Hardeep sir. So that time I start doing a session with him, and he gave me the lot of advice as a not like as a mentor, as being my good friend, and give me the lots of advice. Also, he helped me a lot to grow my English level. So that is how we discussing daily routine, and it helped me a lot during my IELTS exam, especially.
Wow, that's great. So that's why you have tuned yourself with a single tutor. It's Harshdeep every day, is it?
Ex- Exactly, ma'am. Because of I almost spend with 150 more than 150 session with Hardeep sir, right, sir?
Yeah.
Exactly. Around 150 session, 151 or 52 we have spent together.
Yes, sir.
And if
Exactly.
you
Wow.
remember when you joined initially the English Yaari, you was quite confused how to speak, what to start, where to start, plus a bit nervousness right at that time also. But now quite improved from past I can say. But still
Exactly.
English is a journey which would be lifelong. What do
Absolutely,
you feel,
that's
Shruti?
true. Yes, I can't agree more. You tell me, Harshdeep, did you like the surprise?
Definitely. Because Fazal is one of my favorite student who is going to have his IELTS examination soon. And soon he is going to have 7 plus band score.
Faisal, see, we are live. Is it a promise this time? Are you going to get good score?
Sure, definitely. Even my past exam, I also got a good score in my speaking, and because of during the I don't good at the reading, so that's the main reason to hinder my scores. So definitely, I try to overcome this time, and we will get the desired best score as well.
Superb, superb. Thank you so much, Faisal, for joining me. And I just wanted to bring smile on Harshdeep case, and I wanted to know your journey because being consistent at practice takes time. You have to be patient. You have to religiously follow what your tutor is saying. And I do see you speak quite confidently. You've developed that motivation, and you've also developed the voice modulation very well. Impressive.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and the thanks to the Hardeep sir, and it helped me a lot actually.
Wow. I would love to personally have one session with you, Faisal. Looking forward to it. The moment I get a good news from your end about your band score, I will schedule one session with you. Okay.
Definitely, ma'am. I would love to actually because of I have seen your lots of session with the other uh, tutors and the other with the who
Students.
runs with that. So that time, I each and every time I thought about it. So it is worth it. Am I one day? Am I meet with the Shruti
Oh.
ma'am? So this time it's dream. It we can say that dreams come true.
Oh, nothing like that. I'm just a common person, but you made my day, Faisal. Thank you so much for joining us in. And yes, as I
Thank
said, it's a promise from my end. You bring a good score, and I'm going to sit with you for good one session. Okay.
Definitely, ma'am. Sure.
All right, let's continue. And I see a lot of learners writing in the chat box as well. You can also be one such learner. Every time, yeah, last time I couldn't actually invite one of you, but from next session onwards, whosoever joins on time and try to show their activity in the chat box, you can get a chance to join us live in the live show. Ask your doubt directly from the expert tutor. And if you have any question, let's take one or two questions. What do you say, Harshdeep? Should we?
Sure. We can take.
Okay, all right. Um, there is a person, he said, okay, a lot of people are writing good things about you, that he's a great tutor and on this platform he teaches excellent interview and business communication skills. All right. I've learned so many things from you. English with Suman says. um, Tirupati says, great conversation. I'm glad to be watching you live. Thank you so much. I think more or less there was one learner who asked a question that I want to improve my English because I want to increase my confidence. I'm starting my corporate career and I already am doing my internship. So, what kind of tips would you like to provide to this learner who's just starting, who's budding, I would say, corporate employee?
One suggestion I would give that person, and
Mm-hmm.
make sure three things keep in mind. First thing, that boss, they are quite stupid, so that whenever you meet them, have a smile in your face. Second thing, never trust on the colleagues. One thing, never trust on any colleague and don't spill what you're doing. If you find a loophole also, don't spread that thing. Last but not the least, keep your tongue as sugary as you can, no matter whatever the situation is. Speak politely with some adding extra sugar into your speech. Definitely, you'll not face any problem in your corporate career. And for improving the English, we are here. You can join anytime to us, and we'll surely help you out on that because we educator also wants to know exactly what issues the learner is facing. Because if I give any suggestion to you, might be that will not work for you because probably your level would be something else. So first, I would like to analyze you. Then surely I can give you a lot of tips.
Absolutely. And here we focus on practicality. We don't just tell you do this, do that. We make you sit in the session, do live with the tutor. You have no chance to leave and go somewhere. We don't leave you without your fluent. That's what. And you can be one of the success stories. Like we just had one learner, Faisal, who's in his learning journey. Coming live and speaking with us takes courage. He still got here with a smile on the face. Anybody I call today can fumble, but he kept his calm. He didn't show that, okay, I'm too nervous here. He explained everything what he felt, and that is commendable. So, thank you to Faisal if you're watching this. And yes, all of you, we have been here, we have tuned ourselves for good 50 minutes towards understanding the language, Right choice of words at right time can do wonders in everybody's life. So please be wise enough while choosing your words. Vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, everything is a part of communication. And if you wish to be better at it, who better than expert tutors at EnglishYaari, right? So just go download the EnglishYaari app. You can also try the trial session. It hardly takes 99 rupees, as cheap as chips. So you just download the app, book your trial. You can also choose tutor Harshdeep Singh as your tutor for your demo session, right, Harshdeep?
Exactly, they can surely join me, and whatever queries they have, we'll surely try to take it and help them in improvising their language and taking it to the next level. Because I know many learners they want to upgrade their English. They're quite fed up of using the same boring words at workplace, at office, at home. Now they want to upgrade it. If you really want to upgrade it, we are here to help you out. Join us anytime.
Absolutely. Yes, on this note, we'll leave you all. Have a great weekend is just done. Now you cannot enjoy the weekend. Have a great week. Wish you Monday as exciting as possible. Don't forget whatsoever you have learned here, whatsoever you've heard here, would not actually help you if you don't take action. So, whatsoever we said, implement in your life, see the results, and be back here. Till then, I will take your leave. Both of us will take your leave, rather, and see you in the next live session next Sunday, sharp at 7, with another voice, another tutor from EnglishYaari. Happy learning, and special thanks to you, Harshdeep, for being available for the session and sharing your exemplifying energy, your tips and tricks with our learners. It was wonderful.
No worries. Thank you for joining, guys, and I really appreciate that you've taken time to listen to me. All right, so I want you to practically implement the tips and upgrade your English.